Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another week of story time. I'm Mr. Garrett, and we're going to get started as we usually do with our weather window. So you can get your weather window out and we'll do the forecast together. So we had some interesting weather this week, right? We had a snowstorm. We had all these snowflakes coming down. So that was earlier in the week. So we still have a lot of snow on the ground. So you want to put your green grass on your blue and then put some white down like that. So we still have plenty of snow on the ground. It hasn't melted yet. But Thursday morning is supposed to be partly sunny. So we're going to have the sun as we usually do. But we're going to have probably some blue sky. It's been really cloudy the last few weeks, but it's going to be partly cloudy this time. So just a little bit of clouds. And the tree. So check on your tree because we're getting closer and closer every week to spring. We're not quite there yet. So we're going to start to see leaves kind of coming out on our branches of our trees, but not yet, not on mine, unless yours is an evergreen tree. So look at your tree near your house and see if it has any leaves yet. So that's our weather forecast. So take a look outside the window, see if our forecast came true, and use your weather window every day. Look outside in the morning, afternoon, and check to see what the weather is and move your things around on your weather window. All right, ready for our story? All right, let's read our story. All right, so the story for this week is called Contrary Creatures. Ooh, contrary. Have you heard that word before? So it's a word that kind of means like opposite. So opposites are like big and little, hot and cold, light and dark. So things that are kind of like opposite of each other, like that. So this book is all about different animals and the different ways that, depending how you think about it, they can be kind of opposite of each other. So on the cover we have a little hummingbird up here, very small, flies around, and we have a giant blue whale down here. So how could they be contrary, opposite of each other? Because this one flies and this one swims. Yeah, maybe because a hummingbird's tiny and a blue whale is huge. Yeah, so think about it in different ways. So let's see what else we have in this book. The book is by James Weinberg. Special thank you to Page Street Books for letting us read the book today. All right. Look closely. Some animals blend into the background, while others want to be seen by all. Can you see who's blending into the background in this picture? Who is that? We have a bunch of leaves. And a chameleon. But the peacock's not blending in. He's like, look at me, look at my feathers. Some animals live in the hot desert. A scorpion and some kind of lizard. I think that's a Gila monster. While others are happy in the cold. Ooh, so the opposite, hot and cold. Who's in the cold here? Do you see what animals we have? Penguins. Yeah. We have seals. We have a polar bear up there. Some move very slowly. Tortoise. And who else do we have? Little snail, yeah. But some are, it's the opposite of slow, fast, yeah. The hummingbird from the cover. You see the hummingbird in real life, they move their wings like really fast. Ooh, look at this guy. Some animals eat plants, and some plants eat animals. Ah, it's a Venus flytrap. It's eating the flies. So it kind of closes its mouth like that. And this is an okapi. It's a type of animal that's in the rainforests in Africa. They're very cool, huh? They're kind of like a zebra. The legs. Look up! Some animals fly high in the sky. Who's this? Eagle, yeah. While others swim deep in the ocean. Oh, it's kind of like on the cover. We had the flying and the swimming. Ooh, look, we have a lot of cool things in the deep ocean here. You think in the deep ocean it'd be super dark, and it looks like it is, but they're bright. They have like little lights in their body. Some animals like to be clean. Ooh, look. Some like snow monkeys. Ooh, okay, so before we turn the page, what do you think the opposite of clean would be? Dirty, yeah. While others bathe in the mud. We have our hippos taking a mud bath. See, some are tiny. Can you see what tiny creature is here? Ladybug, yeah. Tiny? So what's the opposite of tiny? Tiny means small. Some are huge. Yeah, tiny and huge. Huge is another word for big, large, gigantic. And we have our whale from the cover. And we have all these other little fish around here too. And some animals lived long ago. Ooh, we have dinosaurs. So this is kind of opposite of all the animals that live now. And we have a T-Rex. And I think this is a Dimetrodon. I think I looked that up in the back. I hadn't heard of that one. I thought it was a Spinosaurus at first. And then we have a, who's that in the background? Pterodactyl, yeah, the flying dinosaur. Ooh. Do you recognize any of these creatures? Look at that. Look around. Some animals exist only in stories and legends. They're imaginary, so we only see them in stories. So we wouldn't walk outside and see this when we go on the beach, right? Oh, we have some interesting ones though. We have a unicorn with wings. Let's see, we have a little bunny with antlers coming out. I think that's called a jackalope. We have this thing. It's like the Loch Ness Monster, kind of like a sea dragon. And who do we have in the background blending in here? That guy, yeah. That's a Yeti, kind of like an abominable snowman. It's kind of like a Bigfoot, but he lives in the snow, so he's white. Ooh, while others are real, but seem make-believe. Oh, so that's a real animal. And this is actually called a sea dragon. So it's kind of like looks a lot like a seahorse, right? But it's a little fancier. And this is a pangolin. Isn't he cute? I really like pangolins. I mean, a little bit of like armadillos, a little bit. Some animals stay close to home. It's our sloth. He's moving really slow. He's not really going anywhere. While others migrate a long way. Migrate, so they travel really far. Migrate. And these are butterflies. Monarch butterflies. So when we get to the springtime, we might see a lot more of these. Some like to be up early. The very early bird. You hear, what's this? A rooster, yeah. Have to wake everyone up on the farm. But some stay awake all night. Ooh, a night owl. Did you know that? Owls stay up all night? They're a nocturnal animal. We have a couple other ones in the background too. See, we have bats and fireflies. Which animals do you like best? Ooh, so you have some animals that we saw in the book. Do you have a favorite one? See, we have a sloth down here. We have a little tortoise. We have the monarch. We even have the jackalope, little make-believe creature. All kinds of animals. I think my favorite is. See, I think I like the hippo. The hippo is really cute. The end. And this book is really cool because it has all the animals that we saw. It has information about them. So let's see. Yeah, it was a Dimetrodon was the dinosaur I couldn't think of. And it's a leafy sea dragon and all kinds of stuff. The end. Alright, so you can take your craft bag out right now, and we're going to do a craft together. If you don't have one of these, you can get some paper and crayons, and we're going to make some creatures together. Okay, so in your bag this week, notice that you have a few different things. You have some different color construction paper, and you have these two creatures. So I figured we could make some opposite creatures. So think of ways that animals can be kind of the opposite of each other, and add some detail to our creatures. We can use some crayons and some piece of paper if we want. And if you don't have one of these, you can also draw along with us. So first of all, draw the little creature if you want to draw one yourself, if you don't have a bag yet. So you can do it like that, a little curve, a little line across like that, another little front leg like that, line, and then we have the head like this. So if you want to draw another one, you can draw a leg, line, another leg, top, and then circle like that. So you can draw those, and then you can do the picture along with us. Alright, so now, let's see. think for my first creature, I think I'm gonna make it furry. I think maybe one way that these creatures are opposite of each other is that this one has fur and this one has like scales. See, or maybe this one's soft and this one's spiky. Yeah, soft and spiky are kind of good opposites. So I'm gonna add some fur. And I think I'm gonna add some blue fur. You know, like Cookie Monster from Sesame Street or Grover. They have blue fur. So think about this creature kind of like that. I always like those guys. There we go. Put some blue fur on his back. Have it stick out a little more so you can really see the fur kind of coming out like that. I'm going to glue this on together. But you can start to think of what you want to do. So think about how your creatures are different from each other. Let's see. Make some really cool creatures that can make the animal kingdom really interesting. Now I'm going to do a spiky one. So let's see, what color should I do? I think I'm going to go with the green. I feel like whenever I think of spiky things, like spiky creatures, I think of like alligators and other things like that. Kind of like spikes on their back. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put a spike on that guy. I'm going to do another one right here. Let's see, maybe your creature, well, maybe you have a creature that lives near the water, and you can make them kind of put some like water near their feet, and then one that lives in the desert. You can put sand all over them. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to color the rest of this guy in green, but you know what? I'm gonna give this guy purple feet, just because I think that would be kind of cool. And I'm gonna give him a little face too. Oh, and maybe they're feeling differently too. Maybe this guy is happy, and this guy is kind of sad. Look at that. So those are my two guys. So I have soft and furry. And I have like rough and spiky down here, because those are the opposites that I was thinking of. And happy and sad. But you can think of whatever you want to do and make your creatures contrary. I hope you enjoyed that activity. So next week we'll be back at the same time, 10:30 on Thursday, on our YouTube channel, and we're gonna read a new book that we just got at the library called Shapes Reshape by Sylvia Borando. So we have some shapes that are going to be doing some really interesting things. Give you a little preview. Changing all kinds of cool stuff. So we're going to read that next week. So you can stop by and get your bag for next week at the library. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, get some fresh air if you can, and hope to see everyone very soon. Take care, everyone.